Tim the mouse was known among his friends for his stories, but sometimes he liked to stretch the truth just a little. One day, while chatting with his fellow mice, he boasted that he could do anything, even ride on the back of a lion. The other mice gasped in disbelief and challenged him to prove it. Tim, though a little nervous, didn't want to back down from his claim. He knew that if he could really ride a lion, his friends would be amazed. So, he set off to find Leo the lion, who was known as the king of the savannah. Tim found Leo napping under a large acacia tree, his golden mane shimmering in the sunlight. Gathering his courage, Tim approached Leo and politely asked if he could ride on his back. Leo, who had a gentle heart and a sense of humor, smiled and agreed. "Climb on, little friend," Leo said. "Let's go on an adventure." Tim carefully climbed onto Leo's back, holding onto his mane. At first, he was a little scared, but as Leo started to walk, Tim's fear turned into excitement. They wandered through the savannah, passing by other animals who looked on in astonishment. The sight of a tiny mouse riding a majestic lion was something no one had ever seen before. As they traveled, Tim and Leo talked about their lives. Tim shared stories about his mouse friends and their daily adventures, while Leo spoke of his duties as the king of the savannah. They discovered that, despite their differences, they had a lot in common and enjoyed each other's company. When they returned, Tim's friends were waiting at the edge of the savannah. Their jaws dropped when they saw Tim proudly sitting on Leo's back. "See, I told you I could do it," Tim exclaimed, feeling a mixture of pride and relief. The other mice cheered and gathered around to hear about his adventure. After the ride, Tim and Leo sat under the shady tree and shared stories about their dreams. Tim realized that true courage came from being himself and that he didn't need to exaggerate to impress others. Leo encouraged Tim to always follow his heart, no matter what others thought. From that day on, Tim's stories were even more captivating, not because they were exaggerated, but because they were filled with real courage, adventure, and friendship. And whenever Tim felt the need for a new tale, he knew he could count on Leo for another adventure.